I'm Mika, your insider straight from the Philippines, and today we are exposing the brutal truth about the real daddy issues in my country. Listen to me very carefully. You think she's calling you daddy because she looks at you and sees a strong, masculine protector? But here in the Philippines, that word often just means you have been officially elected as the newest branch of her family's central bank. You step off that plane thinking your hard earned retirement, your gray hair, and your decades of life experience finally command the respect you were constantly denied back in the West. But to the wrong girl, you aren't a respected patriarch. You are a walking wallet, an ATM with a heartbeat. You are the naive foreigner destined to pay the skin tax to fund her brother's new motorcycle, her cousin's sudden hospital bills, and a never-ending parade of fake emergencies. You think you are finally visiting the jungle and getting the ultimate girlfriend experience, but in reality, you are just financing an entire province. Stop letting them play you. Today, I am going to rip the mask off the Philippine dating market. I will expose exactly how the wrong women weaponize your natural instinct to protect. And by the end of this video, I will show you why your 60 plus years are actually your most powerful, undeniable asset. It is time to stop acting like a financial sacrifice and start dominating the game. Wake up. When you land in Manila, you are suddenly surrounded by smiles. Beautiful young women actually make eye contact. For a moment, you think you have stepped into a paradise where traditional men are finally respected. You think you left that toxic Western dating market behind. You imagine a simple life, a loyal companion, and yes, tasting the pink taco without jumping through burning hoops or dealing with feminist drama. But that tropical fantasy is a dangerous mirage. You do not see the invisible clock ticking above her head. You miss the hidden financial pressures, the family demands, and the ruthless calculations happening the moment she looks at your watch and gray hair. In her reality, romance is not a fairy tale. Love is pure survival. She is not looking for a therapist to heal her inner child. She is looking for an economy. Listen to me. It is absolutely not your fault that you fell for the illusion. For decades, you broke your back at work and built a solid life, only for society back home to toss you aside the moment you got older. You were made to feel invisible. You were punished for being a traditional man. So, when a gorgeous Filipina suddenly treats you like the absolute king of the universe, of course your deepest masculine instincts wake up. You want to protect her. You want to provide. You want to be the hero. You are not a fool for wanting to feel like a respected man again. You are just playing a ruthless game without knowing the local rules. If you are confused by the mixed signals and wondering if her sweet affection is real or calculated, you need the decoder ring. If you are tired of guessing and just want the exact blueprint to protect your retirement and find real love, grab my guide, The Philippine Dating Antidote. The link is in the description. Now, let's get back to why. To understand the Philippine dating game, you must understand the difference between the mango tree and the trellis. In the West, when a woman looks for a mature protector, she wants a strong oak tree. She wants solid roots to lean against for emotional support. You bring that exact mindset here, fully expecting to be that mighty tree. But the wrong Filipina, the professional visa hunter, does not look at you and see a respected oak. She sees a balag, a trellis. A trellis is just a temporary, disposable wooden frame built for one single purpose: to hold up the heavy, suffocating, climbing vines of her extended family. Those vines are her unemployed brother's new motorcycle, her aunt's sudden hospital bills, and the daily groceries for 6 different relatives. The vines do not love the trellis. They do not care if the wood rots, splinters, or breaks. They just use it to climb. And what happens when your bank account runs dry and your trellis finally snaps under that crushing financial weight? The vines do not mourn the broken wood. They simply slither across the dirt and wrap themselves around the next naive foreigner stepping out of the Manila airport. This is the brutal difference between Western romance and third world survival mentality. Back home, dating is about emotional connection. Here, for the manipulative girls, it is strictly about building survival infrastructure. If you want to win, you must stop volunteering to be a disposable piece of wood. You must learn how to be the mango tree, a deeply rooted patriarch who provides natural shade to those who respect him, without ever letting the parasitic vines drain his life away. Let me show you exactly how to do that. Let us start with the first hidden rule of the game, the cultural translation of the word daddy. In the West, when a woman has daddy issues, it implies deep emotional trauma. It means her father was absent, and now she wanders through the dating market, desperately seeking psychological validation from older men. You arrive in the Philippines thinking you need to be her therapist. You think you need to sit there, hold her hand, and heal her broken inner child so you can finally visit the jungle. Erase that from your mind immediately. Here, the daddy dynamic is pure, unfiltered economic pragmatism. The hidden truth is that she likely grew up without a reliable financial provider in a third world reality. When she looks at an older foreign man, she is not seeking a substitute father figure to read her bedtime stories. She is seeking a concrete fortress. She is looking for a financial safety net to secure her future. Let me give you a practical, everyday example. You have been chatting for 3 weeks, and suddenly she drops the classic line. Her phone is suddenly broken. She cannot video call you anymore, and she is so sad because she misses your face. It is a highly calculated test of transactional affection. How must you react? Stop trying to play the heroic savior. Be a steady, calm leader instead. You must demonstrate absolute financial discipline, not just financial capacity. Look her straight in the eye and say no to these small, early requests. Say no, and simply watch her reaction. A traditional woman will respect your boundaries. A professional visa hunter will immediately turn cold and move on to the next walking wallet. Now, understanding that she wants a traditional provider is easy. But here is the terrifying reality that most men completely ignore. How do you actually know if she wants you as the provider or if she just wants your ATM PIN code? The manipulative girls, the professional trellis climbers, are absolute masters of psychological mirroring. They know exactly how to perfectly mimic genuine, traditional affection. They will cook your favorite meals, massage your feet after a long day, and make you feel like the absolute king of the universe. They will build this flawless illusion right up until the exact moment the fake hospital bills and the crying emergency texts start arriving at midnight. Free YouTube videos and basic advice cannot teach you how to spot a perfectly executed, long-term emotional con. Knowing 1 or 2 tricks will not save you, because the exploitation systems adapt too quickly and the predators are always one step ahead. You are completely lacking the armor required to survive. You can try navigating this absolute minefield alone, but one wrong move will cost you your entire retirement. You worked 40 years in the freezing cold back home to build your wealth. Do not lose it in 40 days to a province girl with a fabricated family emergency and a fake tear in her eye. Do not be another walking wallet. Get the Philippine Dating Antidote right now in the pinned comment. It is the only complete, step-by-step system to ruthlessly vet these girls, filter out the scammers, and permanently secure your hard-earned assets. Once you have your shield in place, you must master the second rule, the respect paradox of aging. I see this tragedy every single day. Older Western men step off the plane feeling deeply insecure about their age. Society back home told you that being 65 is a defect. They told you it is a disease you must hide. So, you feel the desperate need to overcompensate by throwing cash around, hoping it will finally let you water the hose. But you are completely ignoring the cultural reality of the Philippines. This country has a deeply ingrained historical culture of respecting elders. We literally have a gesture for it called mano po. The hidden truth is that your age is absolutely not the issue. The issue is whether or not you actually act your age. If a 65-year-old man acts like a desperate, overeager teenager trying to buy love, he instantly destroys the cultural respect that his gray hair naturally commanded. Here is what that looks like in reality. You show up to a date dressing like a 20-year-old surfer. You wear flashy clothes, and you immediately start buying expensive drinks for her and her 5 cousins just to impress them. That is classic simp behavior. She will lose all patriarchal respect for you in 3 seconds flat. Your reaction must be the exact opposite. Lean heavily into your age. Demand the respect you have earned over decades of hard work. Do not chase youth. Walk into the room with the quiet, unshakable confidence of a man who has conquered life. When you act like a respected patriarch, you repel the manipulators and attract the women who actually crave male leadership. But even if you master this, there is still one fatal flaw in your psychology that they will exploit. I will expose it in a minute, and it will sting. Now, lean in and listen closely, because the final rule is the one that will sting the most. We have talked about her hidden motives and the cultural manipulation, but here is the brutal, counterintuitive truth that no one else has the courage to tell you. The real daddy issue in this dynamic? It is not hers, it is yours. Look in the mirror. The absolute biggest danger to your retirement is not the cunning Filipina looking for a financial lifeline. It is your own deeply inflated ego. Over the years, the Western dating market stripped away your masculine authority. So, when you come here and see a beautiful, struggling girl, you do not just want to date her, you desperately want to rescue her. You get completely addicted to the intoxicating feeling of playing the noble savior. You want to be the white knight pulling the poor maiden out of poverty. That exact savior complex is the scent of blood in the water. The professional visa hunters and the trellis climbers can smell your need to be a hero from a mile away. They know that if they just play the helpless victim, your ego will do the rest of the work. You will gladly open your wallet, not because she forced you, but because paying her bills makes you feel powerful again. You are not being conned. You are volunteering. If you want to survive here, you must aggressively kill your desperate need to play the rescuer. You cannot build a healthy, traditional relationship on a foundation of charity. You need a loyal woman who wants a patriarch to respect, not a dependent who needs saving. Take a deep breath. I know I just hit you with some brutal honesty, But I need you to listen to me very carefully now. Your desire to provide, to protect, and to be the hero is not a flaw. It is a beautiful, deeply masculine trait. It is exactly what makes you a good man. You just need the wisdom to offer that noble protection to a woman who will honor it, rather than a parasite who will drain it dry. Do not let the manipulative minority poison your hope. The Philippines is still, without a single doubt, the absolute best place in the world for a traditional man to find genuine, lifelong love. Far away from the red light districts, there are millions of loyal, sweet-hearted Filipinas praying for a steady, mature man exactly like you. Never forget that being 60 or older is not an expiration date. It is the absolute apex of your life. You have survived decades of hard work. You have accumulated profound wisdom, unwavering stability, and undeniable character. You are not a leftover discarded by the Western dating market. You are a king stepping into a territory that finally respects your crown. You do not need to buy love, and you never need to apologize for your gray hair. Stand tall, inflate your chest, and command the respect you deserve. The right queen is out there, waiting to hold your hand, not your credit card. Before you go, I need you to answer one provocative question. Have you ever felt that dangerous, intoxicating urge to play the white knight for a girl you barely knew, just because she called you Daddy? Drop your brutally honest story in the comments below. Let us expose the truth together. My mission on this channel is simple: to be the insider who protects good, traditional men from the ruthless traps of the Philippine dating market. I want you to win. If this reality check just saved your hard-earned pension from a fake family emergency, please consider supporting my work. Help me keep the lights on and buy me a bucket of Jollibee Chicken Joy with extra gravy or a cold bottle of San Miguel beer. The tip link is right down below. Never forget your true value. Stay smart, stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.